All right, welcome to Before the Bounce. With me tonight, I've got three very special guests. The Fielke family. I've got Grant, Fielke, Bailey and Callum. Brought to you by D-Fibs R Us. So make sure you get down, you get a D-Fib. You need those kits in every club. So I'm not going to say the full word, I cannot say it. But boys, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
Now, Grant Fielke, a household name in South Australian homes for a long period of time, mate. And just tell us a bit. So obviously went to Westies and as a 17-year-old?
16-year-old.
16?
16-year-old, played under 19s the first year. Went through their system. Had a couple of stints, one at Fitzroy in the old days, in 82. Came back. And then 87 at Collingwood. And another stint with the Crows early days in 91 and 92, and finished up at Westies back in 96, so 20 years.
Beautiful, mate. And we're going to dive deeper into that. We've got Grant for on the couch as well, so we've got plenty to talk about. And Rocky Butterworth, who has done the notes, he's all over it with everything. But lads, fantastic. And Grant, for you as a father as well, must be fantastic to have the boys playing some really good footy. Obviously, Cal with the A's at South Gawler here and Bailey down at West Adelaide as well. For you as a father, it must be great to see the two boys playing the game that you loved.
I think you meet a lot of great people in football, and it's a good environment to be in. My expectations on the boys were never anything other than enjoy yourself. A lot of fathers play their sons through their own experience and their own expectations. These guys enjoy their footy. They've made a lot of good mates out of it so far, and I hope that continues.
Yeah, and Bailey, obviously down at following in the old man's footsteps,
yep.
So it must be pretty special for you to go down to West Adelaide and give it a crack.
Yeah, it's not bad. I played all my juniors. I played some of my juniors down at Elizabeth, and then come over to Gawler South. Callum got me down there and played the 3 years at the 17s. And I never thought of playing that type of football. But at the end of, I had an okay year last year, and I got a call from a fella from Westies called Craig Bennetts, who's also a past player, and he got me down there at the start of their pre-season, and it's just gone from there.
And mate, the under-18s at Westies, they're going all right at the moment. And
yeah.
Your own form, averaging about 14 a game as well yourself, you're going all right.
Yeah, it's okay. They struggled a bit last year from what I've been told. They only won 4 or 5 games, but this year we're sitting good second. We've got a good culture, a good bunch of boys down there. The coaching group's excellent. And hopefully when we go into finals, we can finish it off.
So it's really been the Fielke factor down at Westies this year.
Not quite.
And Cal, obviously playing some really good, I've watched you a couple of times, and we need to get you a bigger pair of shorts, but playing some really good footy at South Gawler this year, mate.
Yeah, loving it down there. I've sort of had a bit of a breakout year. I was playing twos for a couple of years there, just in the first year of seniors, getting used to it, but no, loving A grade at the moment.
And boys, for you lads, obviously the old man's legacy, SANFL footy, when, playing SANFL footy when SANFL footy was
what it was,
massive. It's here in SA. How have you gone growing up with that and looking to follow that on?
Throughout school, a lot of people had an expectation when playing football. Coaches and stuff like that had an expectation on you. But I think a lot of the boys, instead of turning that into an expectation, just had a joke and a laugh with you throughout as you're playing, like just joking about it and stuff like that. But it's been all right, yeah. Other than that,
Cal, you been going on?
Well, I thought would have got a little bit more sledged about it. Playing the level that we are, but everyone else is very good about it and love it, and they actually find it a lot cooler than, sledging you about it, which is good.
And one thing I want to ask, we had the Wonky boys on a couple of weeks ago, talked about some of the great backyard battles that they used to have. You boys, no doubt, would have got that competitive streak in you. Have you had any real big dust-ups over some footy or some cricket?
There's been fights, but nothing... I do remember one time where there was a pickaxe thrown between the two of us, but nothing too bad.
He did strap me in a pram one day. I was about 6 years old. We used to live up in One Tree Hill, and we had about a 10 stair slope, and he pushed me right down in the pram with a helmet on. was a little test dummy, but yeah, nothing too serious. No.
You all go through those situations. I could tell you some story, and that's with my sister as well. So, no, mate. And South at the moment, Cal, they're in the 5 now.
Yeah.
But probably aren't playing the best footy that you'd like to play.
No, we've sort of, it's a bit cliche, but we do play in patches. We do play about 3/4 of a good game per week, and then we have 5 or 10 minutes where we lose 4 or 5 goals, and then that's when the heads drop, and then that's when teams roll you. So
and obviously Grant yourself as well, heavily involved with at South Gawler now. Or how'd you get out to South?
Through my son, through Callum. Callum went to Trinity, of course. There's a big tie-up between Trinity School and Gawler South.
Yep.
A relationship we've built on now. It's become really good and successful. So got invited to be assistant coach at the under-17s for the last couple of years, and really enjoyed it. I think you got to know what you can and what you can't do in life. I can't coach, I know that, but I love to get involved and love to be the assistant and get around it. We have also got a daughter, I might add, in the family, young Abby, and she's a very good netballer. I think as a kid, and I look at the boys and I look at who's got the best eye hand coordination, and Abby, who's playing elite netball at the moment, and she's only, what is she, guys? 14.
fast that.
Sorry, Abby.
Text mum.
She's got elite eye hand coordination. I think she'll go as far as she wants to go in her sport.
She's got the boys covered, basically.
Easily.
And Bales Westies, what's your favourite position down there, mate?
Well, they played me all around the place this year. They started me on the wing, then they chucked me down back flank, back pocket, forward flank, forward pocket, running into the centre. But they got me on the forward flank at the moment, which is good. The players around, I find that when players realise what your strengths are, they can start using you towards your strength, like your run and your carry and stuff like that, which is good. As soon as you build that bond with the boys down there, or any club, it pays off well, yeah.
And Cal, I've got to touch on these shorts. If you haven't seen them, they'll be on our live stream. We've got South Gawler this weekend.
Oh, do you?
So look at 22. No, what number are you?
Yeah, 22. Yeah.
22. It's tucked in to a pair of shorts that are like skins. You can see them moving. What's the go with them?
They're 14s at the moment.
So you're wearing
Size
kid
14s.
shorts?
Yeah, boy shorts.
You can see what religion he is. That's how tight they are.
No, I've always thought, why do cyclists wear such tight clothing?
Yeah.
It's less weight and aerodynamic. So I think if I wear the tight shorts, I can run faster, surely. That's the thought behind it.
Well, mate, go for it. You do what makes you happy, mate. But Grant obviously grew up in the Riverland.
Yep.
When did you come? What age did you come down and decide to move into more Adelaide?
16.
So at that age, you brought the family. Well, you didn't have the family. You come down.
Come down by myself. Yep. At 16, huge move. Huge move even these days, let alone those days when travelling was a big thing. Mum and Dad didn't come down that often, and found it really difficult the first couple of years with homesickness and so forth.
Yep.
But now we very rarely go back. But when I do go back to the Riverland, still passionate about the Riverland, got some really good mates up there, and always know where the grassroots come from. A fantastic place, the Riverland.
So you come down to host family? You have?
Eventually, yes.
Eventually, yeah. There you go. No, it's fantastic. Riverland, great spot as well. But how do you pick on a Saturday? Obviously, boys most of the time are playing at the same time. How do you pick who you go and watch?
We work that around. I try and see every other week. See Callum one week, then see Bailey the opposite week. So I relieve my duties as under-17 coach one week. It's really worked in really well this year because Gawler South have had buys, West have had buys. But throw into the other mix, my daughter, who doesn't play for Gawler South, she plays for Williamstown. So I've got to try and go and see her as well. So Saturday morning normally starts at 8 o'clock and we don't get home till 5, 6 o'clock of an evening.
So it's a big day. I'll tell you what, I wish my parents shared it around. They just go and watch my sister because she's better. But no, it's fantastic, boys. Grant, you're going to hang around. We're going to have a bit more of a chat to you, lads. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, mate.
Looking forward to seeing the tight shorts on the weekend. 22 will be tucked in.
Absolutely.
And Bales, good luck all the rest of the year with West Adelaide, mate, and go from there. Thanks to D-Fibs R Us as well for sponsoring that. Don't forget, find us on Facebook at the South Australian Footballer, Piranha Media. You can find us at our YouTube channel as well, the SA Footballer TV, for all content around South Australian football, all our magazines, and especially before the bounce each week. with over 155,000 subscribers, you can't go wrong with the South Australian Football and Piranha Media.